Okay, so extreme hiking without pain. Why extreme? When I tell people about what I do during the weekends, they always say, oh, it's so extreme. You know, how can you walk, for example, 50, 70 kilometers, like, without a break? And I'm like, yeah, anybody could do it. Anybody could do it. It's just that there are some simple things that you need to do so that the following day you don't wake up, you know, like almost dead. Yeah, just like I did when I first started these long hikes. So whenever people think about like, okay, what do I need to do if I want to walk such a long distance? People think about, you know, obvious things like good shoes, and of course, very, very important, like a good backpack. So I thought, okay, maybe today I will talk about things that are a bit less obvious. Okay? All right. So we can get started. Okay, so the right company. This is very, very important. My son is now 7, which probably now you're thinking, okay, how far can a 7-year-old go? Yeah, and the answer is very unexpected. Was it this year? Yeah, this year in June, we did 63 kilometers over 4 days. And on a single day, he can do up to 25 kilometers, which I think is great. He's absolutely fantastic. He's extremely fit. He's one of those kids who will spend the whole day outside, like 5-6 hours every day after school. If I ask him to do some reading, because now he's in primary school, unfortunately, he has to read now, he's extremely unhappy. Yeah, I'm, you know, English literature graduate, so I cry a bit. I'm like, please read. It's good for you. But yeah, but he's great. Yeah. My daughter in the middle, she's 3. She doesn't like walking too much. I hope she'll get to like it. So I still carry her. But the right company is very, very important, and especially if you want to take your kids, yeah, it's important to understand that, okay, sometimes they will be simply not tired, so you will think they're tired, but they're really a bit unhappy because, I don't know, they saw something, it made them unhappy. So what I do, I just carry him on my back for 3-4 minutes, it's fine. Yeah? Okay, you can go on. Yeah, the right preparation. Yeah, of course. If you want to, especially travel with your kids, and you want to carry them, yeah, you need to be able to do a bit of lifting, yeah? So this is what I do in my free time. I'm very fortunate to live in a small town, so I hired a personal trainer in my town. It's like 12 euros an hour, and after a while I found out that he's actually a multiple gold medalist in weightlifting, so I was like, yay, great, yeah. So you need to prepare a bit, but again, this is fun, and this is something that I never did before. I actually took it up last year, and the results are quite good, I would say. I'm quite proud of the progress, and yeah, and something to do, another hobby, I guess. Yeah, this one is really, really useful. Yeah, if you walk, I would say 30-40 kilometers without breaks, your feet will hurt. Yeah, you will develop blisters. It's not good. So what I learned, every 10 kilometers, you just stop. You take your socks off, you put on some pseudo cream, and it's wonderful. It's like really, you don't expect it, yeah? You know, if you have kids, you know that, yeah? It's like, yay, you know, I use it every day. And it's just, wow, it's great. It's one of the great wonders of the world. Yeah, this one is really something that I discovered a few months ago. You know, like with normal plasters, they're not really effective. After a while, they come off because of the sweat and all. And this one is like made of some substance. If you put it on your feet, it becomes like your skin. It's amazing, and it's quite expensive compared to the normal ones, but it's totally worth it. Yeah, it's totally worth it. Yeah. In fact, after you come back from your trip and you want to take them off, it's a challenge. I can tell you, it's a challenge to take them off, but really, really worth it. Yeah, they come in different sizes, shapes, and like you can put them like between your toes. So it's like really, really great. And even if you start already to develop a blister, they work wonders. So, yeah, the socks. The socks are extremely important. Yeah, the normal socks that we wear, like cotton socks, that, I mean, okay, but not really what you want to wear on your long trips. Yeah, the merino socks are excellent. They, I don't know what they do. I don't know how it works, but they're great. What I do, I take 3, 4, even 5 pairs for a very, very long trip. I just take them off after, I don't know, 20 kilometers. I put on a fresh pair and, you know, you can walk and walk and walk. In combination with the pseudo cream, you know, I can walk 60, 70 kilometers and on the next day, you know, there is no pain, yeah, which is the most important thing, yeah, because you want your trips to be fun, yeah, you don't want to feel pain on that day and on any day afterwards, yeah, because another important thing, in the past, when I didn't know about those things, I would come back on the following day, I would be like, okay, I have 2 kids, but I can't walk, yeah? I can't walk. And my girlfriend would be very, very angry because she would have to take care of the kids, yeah? So it's good to remember all these tips because if you have all those other duties, then you need to be able to be in good shape the day after. So, okay. Oh yeah, that's my daughter. That's my daughter. She doesn't like walking too much, but she does love eating. I think she takes after me in that sense. So another important tip, especially if you're big like me, after a while you need to be able to calculate how many calories you need after what amount of time. So what I found is I buy those like healthy like nut and fruit bars. Yeah, I read how many calories they have and I know that I need about 3 to 350 calories per hour, which is probably still not enough, but it sort of keeps me going. Yeah. Otherwise, if you forget, and this unfortunately happens because those trips are so amazing. Sometimes you walk with a bunch of people who are also nice to talk with. You forget to eat, and then, you know, after 3, 4 hours, it's like, okay, something happened because, you know, my legs are shaking, I cannot walk. So very, very important. You can set an alarm in your mobile phone, eat something, 200-300 calories every hour is good for me. Probably for you it'll be a bit less, but yeah. And what do? I have a very good friend. We've been walking for over 15 years now, but he's on a different level. He does all those like triathlons and stuff like this. So he taught me this technique that might seem crazy to you. We don't stop. We only stop like every 10 kilometers for 2-3 minutes. So we change the socks, we put on the cream, and we just go and go. So we eat on the go as well. Yeah, which is quite important because if you join those like not professional, like amateur trips even, they have a certain deadline, like 12 hours, 14 hours, and you want to be on time. So if you don't stop to eat, you save 10 hours, yeah, with every stop, which is pretty cool, yeah? Because then those other people stop and you're like, ha, now, you know, I can overtake those guys, yeah, I'll be a bit faster. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, this is quite handy. I often get lost. I get too enthusiastic and I'm too lazy, I would say, to look at my mobile phone with like a map all the time. Sometimes, I don't know, I just start to run. And instead of sort of going back if I get lost, this is very handy because you can just look, okay, I'll take a shortcut yeah, which again saves me quite a bit of time. I can just go to where I want to go exactly because I know where north is, yeah, which is pretty easy. Okay. Yeah, this one. This one's quite obvious, but I put it here because I've seen a lot of people do too much. I only take ibuprofen, which is good for me. I pay attention to what the recommended dosage is, which is 600 milligrams at one time. I think you can go up to 1200 in 24 hours. But some people take like stuff that, like I see it and like, oh my God, yeah. They're gonna suffer the next day because if you take strong analgesics, then the next day your body will not say thank you. Yeah, it'd be like, okay, you did too much. So 400 milligrams, it's okay. 600 milligrams, yeah, I can again walk and walk and walk, and it's still okay. Your body will not suffer too much. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Again, another reason why people say it's that my walking is extreme is that I walk at nights, it's great. People say, oh, how can you do it? It's like so dangerous. And at least at my mountains, where I come from, it's not. We don't have bears. We don't have like, I don't know, dangerous snakes or anything like that. So it's good to have a good flashlight, which is light enough so that you don't feel the weight. And yeah, and you can walk through the night. I remember the first time when I did that because I was really afraid of doing that. So I specifically went to a hotel. I set the alarm for 2 a.m. That, okay, this is where I'm gonna overcome this fear. And I started walking at 2 a.m. and I was so scared. I was like so scared, and I did that walk. Like it was just 25 kilometers. I saw the sunrise. It was beautiful, but I was angry at myself because I was literally running because of that fear. And I thought, okay, I failed. I failed because I did it, but still I was afraid. But then this magic thing happened. Next time I wasn't afraid at all. So if you're afraid of all those like animal sounds, like you hear all those things, yeah, don't be afraid because nothing's gonna happen, really. Of course, there are places where you have bears, and it's a different story. Yeah, yeah, and this is my friend that we've been walking with for the last 15 years. He can walk 200 kilometers and he's fine. Yeah, but then he weighs 70 kilos, which is half of less. Yeah, of what I weigh. So it's another level. Okay, next one. Yeah, and pick your distance. Pick your distance. This is the important thing. This is supposed to be fun for you. Yeah? So if you think, okay, 30 kilometers is fine. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, 40 for some people it's 70. My friend is like, I don't do walks that are below 100 because it's simply too short. You start walking and it's over. Yeah, so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he does, but that's what he says, yeah? So this is a certificate that I'm very, very proud of. I think prouder than I am of any other IT certificates. 3 years ago, I did 70 kilometers. It was, in fact, a bit more, and I did it in 21 hours. So pretty slow. I don't walk fast. I walk really, really slowly, but then I don't take breaks. So it's kind of like evens itself out. And yeah, and I encourage everyone to do that. There are also all those other pieces of advice on the left-hand side, these obvious things, so shoes, backpacks, lose weight, obviously, use the sticks, take enough water, don't pack too much. But all these things will come to you naturally after you've done 3, 4, 5, 10 trips. Then you learn, like with every single trip, you learn something, yeah? You buy some piece of equipment. I don't like investing too much. This is why, for example, the shoes that I have on right now, like Columbia Trailstorm shoes, like 55 euros probably, and they're like wonderful, yeah? So Some people say, okay, not good enough for, I don't know, 300 kilometers, but I don't do 300 kilometers, yeah? I do 50, I do 60, I do 70, and they're still pretty fine. Sometimes I take like an additional pair, like sandals, so that I, swap them to give my feet some rest. But again, there are probably 100 things that I could tell you about, but you will learn them yourself with time. And one final thing, this event, this is called Przejście dookoła Kotliny Jeleniogórskiej. So this is a walk around the mountains where I come from. It's like, it's west of Breslau in Poland. It's in September. If anybody wants to join, I really, really encourage you to do so. Yeah, I will be there every year. So thank you very much for today. It was great. Thank you.